Darling, are you here? Honestly, I spend far too much time looking for you. How do you manage to keep going missing in a place this small? Aha! There you are. I might have known I'd find you in the kitchen. You do love destroying my work surfaces. You call it cooking. I call it destruction. The only thing you've successfully made since you arrived here is a mess. Though, that's not always a bad thing. Anyway, what are you doing? Do you fancy yourself as one of those, what's the term? Domestic deities? Yes, I thought as much. Alright, what monstrosity of inedibility are you making now? I'm not being mean, I'm being honest. Fairies can't lie. If you want me to compliment your cooking, then it needs to be worthy of that achievement. So, what's it supposed to be? Lemon cake? Ugh. You can eat that yourself. Count me out. I'd rather you beat me around the head with a horseshoe than serve me anything with lemon in it. I see that smile. Don't even think about it. Anyway, you'd be hard-pressed to find a horseshoe around here. But I wouldn't put it past you. No, I am not weak to lemons. I just don't like them. Honestly, it's more of a surprise that you do. Nasty things, with their skin the color of sunshine and their flesh the flavor of acid. If I wanted to taste something sour, I'd dip my tongue in vinegar. Or you, when you're in one of your moods. Hey, towels are for drying dishes, not for throwing at me. You got flour in my hair, you nuisance. Anyway, before you waste my electricity baking something that neither of us can eat, why don't you start over with better ingredients? Where did you even get a lemon from, anyway? This isn't like the salt shaker you brought from home, is it? I'm starting to think you're doing these things on purpose. You brought one for medicinal purposes on the day you came to the ring. Of course you did. Because if a fairy couldn't cure your ailments, a nasty fruit that even animals avoid would definitely do the trick. Why are humans so drawn to things they evidently shouldn't consume? I've never had a sudden thirst and decided to try a nice cup of cyanide, or set my candy on fire, because the burn enhances the taste. Stop smirking. That was not a euphemism. Though, if it was, I should think inflamed candy would be better seen by a doctor than shared with a partner. Guess it depends on what you're into. I know they're just lemons right now, but they're, what do you call it, a gateway fruit. Before you know it, you'll be tied to a bed with someone dripping hot wax on your body because you like the sensation. I can think of far better things to do with a set of candles. I could make you squirm without even lighting the wick. Alright, that was a euphemism. But what do you expect when you get me all hot and bothered? No, not with the lemons. There is nothing sexy about lemons. But there could be. What if I laid you down on the bed, naked and ready for my touch, and then I squeezed lemon juice all over you? No, it just doesn't work. I'm repulsed by the imagery already, let alone the idea of actually licking it off your skin. But there must be something you've made that we can use. What's in this jug over here? Honey buttercream. Oh, now you're speaking my language. But it's easy to cover you in something delicious and make it sensual. And though I am going to do that, I first return to my nemesis, the lemon. If I don't succeed in my endeavors, the wretched thing will have bested me, and I cannot allow that. But I can't put it anywhere fun because it could burn you. So I'll have to be more creative. Nope, I've got nothing. All I can think is that we use the lemon to clean up the mess you made in my kitchen. Then I take you on the counter. But that's pretty boring in terms of creativity. There must be some other use for it, though. Oh, how about invisible ink? We can use the juice to play a naughty game on paper, then heat it up to see who won. No? Well, I suppose that's pretty boring too. But they're not exactly easy to work with. You picked something that's impossible to eroticize, and I hardly think that's fair. But we do have this mixture. A nice, smooth spatula, and... Oops. No lemon cake to put it into. That's a shame. Guess we'll have to find something else to fill with cream. You started this. I can't let my ingredients go to waste. And this is such lovely, thick frosting. That's the stuff. I bet you can't wait for me to slather this all over your body. My warm tongue caressing your sensitive skin as I cover you in slow, sensual licks, getting lower and lower until... And no, that's just unhygienic. Why would you even suggest such a thing? What a waste of buttercream. And you'd be sticky for several hours after. And besides, why should I reward bad behavior? No, you're going to make a new cake for this lovely filling, right after you clean the kitchen. Don't forget to get a dustpan and brush for the floor. Someone accidentally knocked a bowl off the counter, so there's glass everywhere. There's a good human. I'm going to run some errands, check in with the other Fae. Essentially just kill time until I'm ready to turn in for the night. Of course, you can sleep by my side, but if you touch me or yourself, I'll have you in ropes until the morning. And not in a fun way, before you go forming any ideas. Alright, get to it. I expect great things when I come home. Spotless surfaces, a new cake, and a clean and glass-free floor. Keep up with the honey, though. That's a flavor I definitely approve of. The buttercream is delicious, which is part of why I'm not going to waste it by using it as body paint. As fun as it would be to lick it off you, that would be pleasurable for both of us. And I'm punishing you. I've been watching you since this began, and you haven't stopped smirking once. It's like the ring of salt all over again. You're riling me up on purpose. But it's to your detriment this time. Because I'm going out and having fun, and you're staying in and cleaning up. Quite the opposite of getting down and dirty, don't you think? You like to play games. That's fine. But don't be surprised when I flip the board. Aw, don't pat at me like that. I told you before, you can't trick a trickster. If you're going to be a brat, I'll treat you like one. Understand? Now, while I'm away, I want you to think about what you did. About how my fingers will be curled around a nice, tall glass of pineapple juice tonight, instead of getting yours flowing as you moan my name. My tongue will flick against a paper straw, which will undoubtedly be falling apart as it grows wetter. Maybe I'll end up thinking of you after all. But don't even think about dealing with your frustration in my absence. I've enchanted the books in the library to fly over and lightly beat you around the head to deter such frivolities. And several of them are hardback, so I wouldn't risk it if I were you. Right. I have places to be, so I'll see you later, darling. I have great expectations for my homecoming. Don't let me down. Oh, and one more thing. If life gives you lemons, don't bring them to me.